Hey guys, I'm Janet, on occasion, and today we're playing on the Total War Warhammer Battle Replay. So, same lineup as yesterday, actually. It's so I've got the Norska, so I've got front line of Marauder Berserkers with the Norscan Ice Trolls. I've also got Throgg leading, and then rather than having them split up on two sides, I've just got a big, you know, sort of flanking deployment, I suppose. So I've got the two lots of Norscan Ice Wolves, the two lots of Skin Wolves, and I've got the Skin Wolf Werekin as well, backing them up. So big force here. So straight away, I'm trying to get on top of this hill, and I'm sending these guys around the side to see what's what. So, right, so, greenskins. So, we've got basically a front line of Orc Biggins, so really good idea against Norska, actually, because they're very heavy hitters, so they can kill Marauders pretty quickly. Hopefully before they can go berserk and start really, you know, really tearing people up. But also, just the amount of anti-large they bring is so useful. And also, Giants, they're going to perform really well against, well, any infantry, to be honest. But obviously, if I brought a load of Javelins, I could kill them in about 2 seconds flat. You know, they're very vulnerable to the crazy anti-large that Norska can bring. So, yeah, but still, you know, as long as you can keep them, you know, surrounded by biggins and things, they're alright, they're alright. Also, load of Orc Arrow Boys. These guys could take out Javelins fairly quickly, just because he's brought so many, so that's pretty good. He's also got a couple units of, well, not a couple of units, he's got a couple of Goblin Big Bosses. He's also got a Night Goblin Shaman, and he's got an Orc War Boss. And you can see the Orc War Boss is on a boar, and that will come into play later. So, let's speed things up. So, immediately, go straight for the hill, and if you notice, he's actually sort of, he's on one side here, which I wasn't expecting, so I end up at a bit of a weird angle fighting him here. So send my guys in, I get the odd glimpse of some of their units, and then I realise they're all over here, so I charge in sideways. Annoyingly though, this giant is going to cause a problem, because I don't have any anti-large on this side. I do on this side, but yeah, I've got more things to be fighting. There's a lot that I need to do around here with my flanking force. So I just have to hope my Ice Trolls can do enough damage to the Giants and that these Biggins aren't going to do a huge amount of damage. So this is a very difficult engage for me. Very even, actually, between the two. So here you can see, straight away, the Arrow Boys got caught up in the fight, so they're getting taken out very quickly, which is very unfortunate. So I vomit over there on the old War Boss, do a bit of damage. But yeah, you can see here, I've pushed through completely, really decimated. Over on this side, I managed to get the Goblin Big Boss completely surrounded, and I get these. I managed to get these sort of Ice Wolves to sort of bait in these Biggins, then move around so I can get back here. So also though, he throws his General over here, which is a massive mistake because I've got so much anti-large here. Obviously the Norscan Ice Wolves aren't anti-large, but they can slow him down while everything else just pummels him. So that's going to be really tough. Also, he's just used he's used his Potion of Strength, stand your ground, and War over here. War would have been so useful over this side. As you can see though, he's managed to get loads of arrow fire on Throgg. Throgg is in real trouble here. That is not good for me. Luckily though, I am breaking through these guys nice and quick, so I will be able to get some infantry on these archers nice and quickly. Also, I managed to get these Ice Wolves in the back here, try and slow down their advance. Because I've got nothing to stop this giant over here. And the giant over here, yeah, these guys are going to be brawling for hours. And he has regrouped a load of his archers, and now they're starting to fire in, which is very annoying. So yeah, Throgg is under more attack. I threw my Ice Wolves over here, trying to stop the Biggins, while I dismantled his General. But the Biggins managed to make short work of them and have come in now. So, but luckily, I have broken the War Boss. So that should help. So now Throgg is under attack by the Goblin Big Boss, which is very annoying, because Throgg's very damaged. But I managed to chase off these archers, so that's good, and I can move some of these guys to come help. So, so now the War Boss is damaged, but, you know, all these guys are penned in by these Biggins, which isn't great for me. Throgg under more arrow fire. I managed to get some Trolls over here, but they're being stopped by these Biggins, and the Biggins will perform pretty well here. There's quite a few Biggins, in fact. Luckily, though, their leadership has taken a hit, because their General is shattered, so that's good. Now though, Throgg managed to defeat the Big Boss, so that's great, he's running away, and now I can get my faster units to take out these Arrow Boys. And at that point, he quits. He realises, you know, too much of my anti-large is left, his leadership is suffering, and so really it's just down to his Giants that I can mob with Werekin, so it's kind of all over at that point. I still have a lot of Marauders left for taking out his Biggins, because at that point they'd been fighting a long time against Arrow Boys, things like that, and triggering their Berserk. For, you know, very few casualties, considering. You can see the ones that were fighting Biggins. I mean, look at that. Only 33 kills and 43 kills got completely wiped out. These two, though, who went down the middle, over 100 kills each. Fantastic. Also, some of the trolls didn't do a huge amount of work, but they did some. My skin wolves were basically stuck in the back fighting those, the big boss and then his general. So it's very nice of him to throw his general at me, actually, because the Orc War boss on the boar, he's a large unit, and I got loads of bonuses versus large. It didn't help much, and obviously without having War in the front line, that was a big mistake. He should have just thrown some big uns over there to deal with them, or got his archers firing at them. And yeah, because Throgg, he probably wouldn't have done so well if he'd got surrounded by a couple of giants. So I think he just needed to bolster his front line, and try and keep his archers safe with the odd unit of big uns, because yeah, a couple of units of big uns, they'd be able to hold everything else at bay. All my sort of flanking force. It would have been really tough for the skin wolves to get through them. So yeah, a few mistakes there, and I was able to capitalise. But my god, they almost got Throgg, which is clever, to be honest. If he'd managed to kill Throgg, I would have been in real trouble. So yeah, it was a fun match. So thanks, Vlad. Odd that Vlad is leading the Greenskins today instead of the Von Carsteins, but I'll forgive him. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.